Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy December 1st. Look what I have to show you today. It's my first bloom on my Vanda Blue Picara Delight. Gorgeous, gorgeous plant. This is the second time that it's rebloomed for me in less than a year, and I am so happy. And so I just wanted to show you what these blooms look like right now. As you know, Vanda blooms, they get larger and larger and deeper in color. So I had to show you this today. Just a wonderful thing when you have a new spike of Vanda blooms. And here's my Vanda Sensei Blue. Beautiful, still going strong. I love this spike of beautiful flowers. It has brightened my days, I'm telling you. I thought that I would announce something interesting today that I've decided to do on my channel this month. During the month of December, I invite you to ask me your best orchid questions. Beginners, this is a chance for you to ask me things about your plants that you would like to know. And if you're not a beginner and you have that little question that you would really like to run past somebody, please ask me this month. I'm going to do as many questions as I possibly can during the month of December as my subscriber appreciation month in December. I appreciate you all. You all are such a blessing to me, and I just wanted you to know that your questions and your comments just make my day, and they make me think, and they make me a better grower. So please send me your best orchid questions, and I'll try to get around to answering as many as I can. So to start it all off, I thought that I would go ahead and answer a question that I'm asked very often about my water culture phals. When do you convert them? Is one question that I'm asked very often. The best time I found to convert to water culture is in the springtime or in the summer when there's more active root growth. They seem to take to the water culture better during those times. I'm also asked about the water culture level. Now this is in water culture. I have two of them here in water culture. And I'm going to make a close-up of the water culture levels. About 1/3 of the roots. Some like a little bit more, but this is where mine like their water culture level. If you notice that your bottom leaves start to shrivel, then increase the water culture amount. That normally helps things out a lot. Each phal that you place in water culture is going to be slightly different. Some of them require a little bit more water, so just keep that in mind. So the two that you see now are two of my phals that are my success stories in water culture. I have converted several of them back over to moss, and I'm asked really often, when do you convert back? When do you know that when the phal needs to be placed back in media? When you've raised the level on your water culture and your leaves are still, how do I put this? They're still creased. They won't iron back out when they look like they're puckering. And when you increase that water culture level and it doesn't help anything, that's a sign. Also, when your roots rot too quickly for your own comfort, let's say you're just trimming roots back, they keep turning black, you keep trimming them back, and it doesn't seem to be turning around. That's a sign that they need to be converted back to media. When the plant just seems to collapse, I had one that just didn't like it, and it let me know from the very beginning. It just seemed to collapse on me. I converted that one back to moss very quickly. So when you need to change them back, go ahead and do that and don't look back, because one thing you have to keep in mind, I've found that either phals really like water culture or they really don't. You will probably know immediately if it's going to take to water culture or not. But the general guideline that I go by is if I'm trimming too many roots back, then I'm going to go ahead and convert it back to media. Something about that phal just does not like water culture. And another interesting thing about the water culture method for phals is that I started both of these as soon as I brought them home, I converted them over. The ones that I had in my collection for a year or more, they just did not seem to like it. As a matter of fact, I converted all those back to media. So if you're going to try it on a new plant. And like I say, just start with one plant and start with an orchid that you can easily replace and that isn't your favorite orchid. I also wanted to share with you my beautiful Thanksgiving cactus. This one is absolutely stunning. The brightness of the blooms is just amazing. This is my Thanksgiving cactus. This is the Schlumbergera genus. I mentioned to you all in a previous video that it was known as an orchid cactus. This is not an orchid cactus. One of my subscribers let me know that this is a Schlumbergera, that the orchid cactus is actually a different genus. It's the Epiphyllum genus. And I like to pass on to you all the most accurate and the best information that I possibly can. So Petra, thank you for letting me know about that. So this is my beautiful Thanksgiving cactus. I wanted to show you the Thanksgiving cactus kind of looks like holly leaves. The leaves look very much like holly leaves. They're sharp. If you have a Christmas cactus, then the leaves are smooth and the edges are tinged with red. Speaking of red, here is my beautiful red Thanksgiving cactus. It's just now starting to come into bloom. It's very interesting. The leaves on this one are thinner and the blooms are thinner than the ones on my pink ones. So they look very different, yet they're just charming in their own way. And look at what I found at the store the other day. I have been looking for this particular phal for quite a while. This is a Harlequin phal. It is so beautiful that it almost looks fake. It looks like someone painted this almost. It is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful orchid. I had to bring this one home. It was a warm, sunny, 64-degree day when I brought this home. That's about 20 degrees Celsius. So I just packed it up really well. I put the bottom of it in a box, and then I placed the top of it in a grocery bag just to protect the blooms, and it seems to just be doing fine. I'm hoping that these 3 buds don't blast. It doesn't look like they're going to. I was very, very careful. The ride from the grocery store home is very short, and I make sure that my windows are shut and I have a little bit of air conditioning on to keep the air nice and fresh. A lot of times just the air pollution that you experience after you take it out of a store or a garden center can cause these buds to drop. So that's the reason why I'm so very careful even on a warm sunny day. But I had to share this with you. The blooms are just breathtaking. And drum roll please. Einstein is completely bloomed out. Wow. This spike has 11 blooms on it. Beautiful. As you all know, a white phal can stop me in my tracks. So this is Einstein. I had to share this beautiful spike of flowers with you all. So I look forward to hearing from you all this month as far as your best orchid questions. And you all be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.